Greetings, beach lovers. We're going to go on a beach walk today and look for some critters and shells and see what other things we can find on the beach. It's a lovely day and let's go for a walk. Welcome to SWF Beach Life. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe and the notification bell so you will know when I drop a new video. So today I'm going to take you to Fort Myers Beach, the south end, because that's where we tend to find the most stuff. The tide was pretty far out when we were there, and we going to start off with this fine Florida fighting conch. It's a fine specimen. They're all over the place. And there we have a calico scallop. And look at here, right in the surf, there's a lightning whelk. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty good day. Here we have what I believe is a lace murex. It's pretty deteriorated, hard to absolutely identify, but that's what I think that is. So we're kind of walking along and, there's some shells, but no real shell piles. Here we have an olive. He's not perfect. The top is broken off, but that's all right. Got a coral frag. You can really see how early in the morning is based on the lighting. So we're out there. It's probably, 8 in the morning. Here we have a piece of a tulip and a kitten paw. And here is a Florida prickly cockle. You can see where they got their name. They definitely are prickly little guys. These are cool. These are spiny jewel boxes, and I like when they're super spiky. I think that's kind of cool. This guy was kind of just calling to me. It's just a southern surf clam, but it looked like a mellow, cool shell, so I picked that up. Here's another one of those spiny jewel boxes, and look at that. It looks like a triceratops. I just think it's kind of neat. And this is a hagstone, and I'm fascinated by these things, and I just can't believe how perfect that circle is. That's just done by the Gulf water. That's all it is, but just kind of cool. And here's a giant, looks like a gray jingle. And this guy, that's just a crossbarred Venus. Fancy name, but I don't know. I liked what was going on with that yellow on the inside, so I figured I'd take a closer look at him. That, I believe, is what's left of a Florida fighting conch, and I find them very interesting, like the skeletons of the shells. It's kind of cool. That is another spiny jewel box, but he's quite large. Not quite as spiky, but he's pretty big, so I figured we'd take a closer look at that guy. This is just a piece of a juvenile Florida fighting conch, but I liked that shell pattern. Here's another scallop. I'm not sure if that's discolored, what's going on there, but I thought it was pretty. Now this is another pen shell. It's not very remarkable on the outside, but on the inside it's got this beautiful iridescent color. I find that very interesting considering, frankly, it's kind of an ugly shell if you ask me, but it's super pretty on the inside. And here's a shell tree overlooking the gorgeous Gulf water. Yeah, it was a nice day. Here's another scallop. It's got a lot of orange in it. Something different. And here we have another lightning whelk. He's a little bit beat up, but it's looking like it might be a slow shell day, so we're going to go ahead and inspect just about everything. Here's another Florida fighting conch. You can always rely on those guys to be around. And an olive. I picked him out of the surf there. He was in really good shape. He had his top, pretty good size, shiny. So that was cool. So we're out for all intent and purposes by ourselves. I mean, it was very slow on the south end of the beach, so it was kind of nice to be out there. There's nobody around. It's not even from social distancing, just a slow day. I'm going to pick this right out of the water since there wasn't really so much going on up on the beach. I was walking through the water and found this guy. Fabulous. And this I thought was kind of cool. Looks like another pen shell, but look, it's like got that iridescent on both sides of it. So I thought that was kind of neat. It's not so ugly on the top side. Now this looks like a turkey wing, but it's not. It's a mossy arc. They're like cousins. They're very similar. So we figured I'd take a look at that. You guessed it, that is a Florida fighting conch. And what do we got here? All right, we have a little piece of a shark eye or a moon snail. It's a piece. I'm going to keep that. Make something of it. Look at this little guy. A little purple, but it's a Sunray Venus. He's little. He's got like a purple hue to him. Kind of cool. A little baby pink scallop. I like the tinies. They're fun. And look at this. My husband found these. These are sand dollars. They are dead. They are absolutely perfect to take home. They're in great shape. We'll bleach those and do something cool. Here we have, it looks like a juvenile. It's hard when the colors are gone, harder to identify, but that's definitely on the left there. That's a lightning whelk, and I believe that's a fighting conch. Ah, look, another sand dollar. But that will conclude the sand dollars for the day. I was expecting more. That's all we got, but it is the season. They'll be back. Here's another sunray Venus. Kind of two different kind of colors going on. Oh, look at this. Angel wing. So I walked over the water hoping to wash off that brown stuff, but didn't really come off. So I'll have to bleach it, see what happens. That, my friends, is sea pork. I also call it beach brains. It is an organism that filters water, so we'll just put them back in the water. I am obsessed about putting living things in the water. Here we have looks like a scallop, and what is this? I had to reach out to some other people to help me identify that pink guy. So we have the scallop there. I can tell that's a calico scallop. This other guy is an Atlantic Samil. So I thought he was kind of pretty, kind of like a speckled pink color on the top there. Yeah, something different. Of course, I'm probably going to go for that Florida fighting conch. Of course. A hardy little guy. And here we have yet another prickly cockle. Those I like to use when I clean the urchins on the beach, so you can use those as a tool. I like those buttery color conchs, but he's got a hole. Oh well, super pretty. And we have another Florida fighting conch. Oh, super red on the inside, really nice. He's got his little points. Yeah, he's cool. All right, this is a lightning whelk egg casing. Looks like it's quite old. There's probably little babies running all over the place, but that is what that looks like. Here is another juvenile Florida fighting conch. We'll just wipe that sand off. And here we have most of a moon snail or a shark eye. Here we have another kind of like a gray scallop, which is kind of definitely cool, and black. I've been finding them a lot lately. Usually there's yet another one. Usually I find those purple ones, but I've been getting those black ones. Now here we have some barnacles, which really seem to like this nutmeg shell. So that's a nutmeg with a bunch of barnacles on it. And here we have another moon snail. I thought there's kind of a lot going on here. We have, I think, it looks like some sort of oyster that is adhered to a moon snail. So I thought that was kind of cool. Here we have another juvenile Florida fighting conch with some gook on it that is not going to rub off. But here we have a pretty good, decent specimen, as well as a piece of a banded tulip. So that would have been cool. Again, it's a little bit of a slow shelling day. I'm going to keep it. This, again, I think could be either. It could be a lace or an apple murex. Can't tell. But I still like the whorly shells. All right, guys, do you see it? Do you see the shell I'm going to go after? If you were thinking angel wing, you were right. Unfortunately, it had a bunch of barnacles on it, so I'm not going to keep it, but I figured we'd just pick that up and take a little bit closer look. And here we have a Dulcinea and an auger. I don't know what kind of Dulcinea. It does not have those lines. It's just dirty. Now check this out. Pretty unremarkable, right? Just a little piece. So I went in for a closer look, and look. I thought it was just going to be a piece, but it was the whole thing. That is a banded tulip. I was psyched. What's this? I'm going to check that out. Nothing much. Nothing much. We're going to wash this off. Look, I can keep it. It's not alive. No critters. Lovely banded tulip. So I was pretty happy with that. And yet another dark scallop. And sunray Venus. Those are clams. Those are kind of neat. I'm a little more interested in them now. Look at this. That would have been a huge sand dollar. But it's only a piece. They're coming though. Now check this ibis out. He's snacking away, and I'm going to show you in a minute what he's snacking on. These guys, coquinas, they're these little baby clams. You can see them moving around there. They are great because they eat algae and bacteria and stuff that washes up to the shore. They're actually really, really important to the ecology down here. So all sorts of fish and birds eat them. So and they're filtering, cleaning things up. So it's always good to have something cleaning up the beach. I thought they were look at them. I thought they were kind of cool. I've seen those up in New Jersey too. They're probably all over the place, but they were quite active on this particular day. Okay, normally I drowned out the sound, so I just wanted you to hear a little bit of that wonderful beach. I hate when the wind is kind of like in the background, so I normally push it down. Now we're walking back north, and that's the Wyndham. You see people kind of see those patches of what it looks like crowds, but you know what? Once you get closer, it's not a crowd. People are absolutely distancing, keeping that 6 feet or more away from each other. So it is so nice to see that, and fingers crossed that we can keep the beaches open so that I can continue to do this on the weekend. On our way out, we found up a pretty beat up lightning whelk, but it's all right. Again, on a slow day, I'm going to start inspecting all sorts of things. And here we have a turkey wing. A wee little guy. I'm going to take him home. And look at this. I love orange, and this bright orange jingle caught my eye, so I snagged him too. That's it. That concludes my little souvenirs from my walk today. We have a bunch of some scallops and that tulip, which I was really happy about. Got some lightning whelk, that moon snail, some hagstones. Look at the 3 different colors sunray Venus. Kind of cool. And my coral frags, broken pieces, and Florida fighting conch. I'll take it. So guys, thank you as always for watching and tuning in. I'll be back next week with another beach walk. So if you haven't subscribed, please do that now, and I'll see you next week.